Well, Yojo June has paved its way for Yojo July. And what better thing to do to start off the month? Well, I guess we're getting towards the middle of the month, but what better thing to do than do a little bit of unboxing here. Now, this is not an official TKO live stream. It's just something that I used to do last year. And when I would get a sizable haul, I would bring it in and I would take both cameras that I've got, which is really my Logitech camera, which is over here, and my cell phone camera that you're looking at over here, which is the primary sort of like eye contact camera, and do this sort of unboxing and just share my candid in the moment reactions with the audience of the Toy Connections channel. So I welcome you to this unboxing edition of Toy Connections. I can't, like I said, I'm not going to call it a TKO live stream because that's tomorrow, which we'll get into in a little bit. But I do have Hooded Cobra Commander 788 and Dave from Audible Interlude joining for tomorrow's TKO live stream. So stay tuned for that. That's already scheduled, so have a look at that on the channel. And just, yeah, bookmark it for when it goes live tomorrow. So I'm going to plus in my second camera right over here. And you can see the figures here. I'm not sure which one to unbox first, so if people have suggestions in the chat, just pop them in while I'm blabbering on my opening preamble here. I've got one request to unbox them in reverse alphabetical order, unless I read that wrong, but reverse alphabetical order would leave us to do Torpedo first and Bazooka last. But I don't know if that's a serious suggestion or if that's just something that's what do you call it? Just an off-the-cuff suggestion. But hey, I've got no okay, well, we've got one vote for Torpedo here again. Like that's so basically 2 votes is what it really counts for. Yeah, Impossible Pie was the one who said do it in reverse alphabetical order. But look, there's a bunch of you watching already, and yeah, I just want to get on with it. But you know what? Okay, let's go for it. Let's make it Torpedo first, because we've got both Impossible Pie, who's one of my esteemed Patreon supporters of the channel, as well as Quip, who's part of the GDL Geek Dad Life Discord. And why is my second camera not lighting up properly? Is the lighting okay, or is it a bit dim? Like, I look on my second monitor, or my monitor, I should say, and it looks bright. I look on my cell phone and it looks dim. So I'm hoping that that it's bright enough for you all to see, or do I need to? Anyway, let me know whether or not you're able to actually see things, or whether it's a little bit dim. If it's dim, I'll go close the blinds over there and see how it comes up. Yeah, definitely the 2-cam setup is something that I sure like doing. But yeah, let me know how it looks. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so I'm not really. It took me a bit of time to figure out the setup yet again. If you do hear something in the background, that's just my air conditioner, because it's a little bit okay. So lighting seems fine. It's interesting because, like I said, I don't. Closing the blinds might help you. Okay, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to close the blinds. I did experiment a little bit with this last year with closing the blinds and getting the lighting set up, but it was something that I had to tweak and had to kind of mess around with a little bit. So if that's better, let me know. If not, I'll go back and open the blinds, because I've got my ring light coming this way, and I don't know if it's good to have a cross light coming this way from the windows, or whether or not, like, let me know if that was better or worse. But you know what, like I said, this is pretty casual. I know sometimes I go off the deep end on, like, does this look good? Does this look good? Again, a lot of trial and error going on when you're doing something you don't normally do. And in this particular case, it's been a long time since I've done the double cam live stream setup. So yeah, okay, so apparently it's better. It's hard for me to tell because it looks really good on one monitor and it looks really silly when I look at my cell phone. So I'm not sure if just my cell phone's lighting hasn't adjusted or what, because it's one of those auto adjusting ones. So I don't actually officially have well, sorry, I have my computer camera, but when I hook up my Logitech to it, then it overrides that camera. So I have to go with my cell phone as a second camera. But let's get things unboxed here. But before we do that, let's say hello to everybody in the chat. So who do we got here? Let me just put Torpedo up. We got Payne's Toy Samples. We got Toy Kind of Mood, which I assume is Travis behind there. We've got Ratface44, who's been doing some great reviews on this on this particular wave of figures. Impossible Pie, don't know if I've said hi to you yet. Epic Badger. We got Jeff Morris. Oh, who else do we got here in the chat? Master Versal Toy Hunter, Nolan, good to see you. We've got Lobo 2. I guess that's how you say it. Payne's Toy Samples. I think I already said hi to you. We got Quip, and we got, did I get Skyfall already, or did I miss you? Anyway, Woodman29, who was one of the individuals who kicked off Cobra Convergence last week. I'm not sure, I might have missed Skyfall, but you know I love you. Wilhelm, Toy and Hobby. Will, always love hearing from you and talking to you, buddy. Oh goodness, this chat just keeps going. Draws, Walker 9, enjoying the 2-cam setup. Okay, there's Skyfall. I'm like, I wondered where his name went. It's just way down there. TJC, we were just talking earlier. I know it's late where you are, so thank you for staying up, at least for the first part of this, if not the whole thing. And let's see, who else have we got here? Just scrolling. Oh, the chat jumped. Of course, we got Michael Flores. We got Toy Bounty Hunter. A lot of you here. This is good. This is good. Good attention. All right. So, okay. So let's get Torpedo opened up. And yes, don't laugh too hard. I still have not gotten an X-Acto knife, and I'm just using the old school scissors method to get this open. And yeah, Torpedo was one of those that I was wholly excited for. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to set this up in a way where the unboxing camera is the larger camera, so that I know to keep that as the one in focus. So there's Torpedo, and let me know if this is not focused, because the Logitech camera has a way of what do you call it? Getting focused and unfocused. And Gazz, it's funny, about 5 minutes before the stream started, I thought about sending you a link and saying, hey, you want to come on camera and do some live reactions? And then I realized you'd been offline all day long, and I was like, I don't really want to bug Gazz, but if you do want to come on, let me know. I'll send you a link, and you can give me the candid reactions as sort of the color commentator on here. So shoot me a note, Gazz, if you, or actually comment on here, because I won't be able to check my my Facebook Messenger unless I open another tab right now. So let me know if you want to come online, Gazz, and do these reactions with me. Okay. And yes, TJC, we did see that, a lot of us did see that you had a video game stream earlier on today. So yeah. So here's all of Torpedo's accessories right over here. Ooh, what have we got? Oh my goodness. Making a mess already. Okay, we've got this, which looks like, I guess that's the backpack. We've got what appears to be his flippers that'll go on his feet there. You've got his breather, and you've got his harpoon torpedo thing. You've got another smaller weapon, which I guess the magazine just plugs right into here, right? And you've got his knife. So you got that, and the ties in the back are as usual. So let's just cut those. And yeah, ow. Of course, I stabbed myself as I'm trying to do that. Ken, Toy Connections bleeding on camera. Oh, Impossible Pie, regarding the vintage versions to compare with, they're downstairs, and I would have to grab them out of the display case, which means reaching into the back of the display case every single time. So one of the things I did want to mention is that Ratface44 does do the vintage ones, does have the vintage ones for comparison on his video that he did yesterday for Rock and Roll, and I believe he did the same thing for Torpedo a little while ago. So yeah, and if TJC, see if you want to. See if you can drop the link for your TJC Toy Memories channel, where you do a lot of your video gaming stuff. And if you can drop it into the chat, go for it. If not, remind me to give you moderator rights later on, so that you can plug plug your channel when you need to. And Gaz, the invite still stands. Just let me know, reply on here if you want to join and give some real-time reactions, which means I got to grab my headphones to hear you. But yeah, so I mean, this hasn't come out too stiff out of the packaging. So, oh, just as I say that, I realize the lower knee's a little bit stiff. So yeah, I haven't, you know, like I know that sometimes you get frozen joints with some of these. I know Ratface had a small issue with his Rock and Roll figure, but sometimes you get some seized up joints. So I'm just gonna gear him up like he's shown on the box, and just to get this bad boy geared up. So there's one flipper on, and oh, that's gonna fit difficult, the display case, because I realized he's going to occupy that much room on the display case, and most of my figures are back to back, front to front, with my other figures. And thank you, Wilhelm, for doing the chat moderation there. Oh, Phil is awake. Phil, same invite goes to you. If you want to come on camera and give some live reactions, I've not streamed with you in a while, but if you're near a computer or near a phone and you want to come give some live reactions, let me know, and I'll send you an invite. Actually, you know, I'm going to send you an invite, and I'm going to send Gazz an invite at the same time. So, okay, TJC, looks like it worked. So I'm not sure how it is, because sometimes when you don't have mod rights on a channel, unless I gave you some, it doesn't always allow you to put up your channel, but it looks like it worked. So, all right, I'm gonna send the chat invite here. Everyone have a look at Torpedo, and of course, because I'm streaming, everything is slow on my computer. My Chromebook is only like 4 gigs of RAM, so it's not the fastest Chromebook in the universe. And all right, so there's a link over to my buddy Gazz, and okay, so Phil can't come in because he has guests here, so I won't send him the link. But I'm just gonna let Gazz pop on, and while I'm waiting for him to do that, I'm going to get my headphones. Oops, my headphones fall out of the way. Oops, I realized I tripped the camera over. There we go. All right, so this way I know I can hear Gazz when he comes in. Okay, so that's what Torpedo looks like, and I guess this just goes right over here, and you just put the backpack on the back. Oh, that's a tight fit. Ratface, I don't recall if your Torpedo had a tight backpack fit as well or not. You'd be the best person to comment on these, given that you pretty much review every G.I. Joe classified figure over the last little while. You know, I don't know if I've added Ratface44 to my suggested channels yet. But I would love to get your channel going a little bit, just because I like the way you do your reviews. So yeah, where does the knife go? Oh, I see. So his drop down holster for his knife can slip sideways here and there. Yeah, and thank you, Payne Toy Samples, for the link as well for TJC's channel. So yeah, where does the other weapons go? Like, can this store somewhere? I don't think it can. So is he just gonna have to dual wield? He's just gonna have to dual wield. Have to get this into his hand somehow. Not all these figures came with extra hands, so I do know that sometimes it can be a bit difficult to get it into the get the weapon into his hand, depending on figure you get. But the good thing is the hands are pliable, and this is something that we were looking at with the factory when we were talking for Delta 17. Was the you can get a slightly softer PVC that will allow you to make the hands more pliable, so this way you don't have like breakage issues. So it is something that Steve and I looked into for Delta 17, and well, actually mostly Steve looked into it and then asked me what I thought. And then when I held the prototype or the test shot samples in the hotel room before Joe Fest there, he what do you call it? I was able to tell him, yeah, I think that the 70% PVC is probably better than the 90% PVC. So anyway, oh, Chaz the Guru is here. Yes, always a good source for G.I. Joe news, and one of the funnier people on Instagram. So thank you for showing up in the chat there, Chaz. And yeah, we're just waiting for Gazz to show up here. I'm not sure whether or not hopefully the link went through and it wasn't, because I closed it once I pressed send. So hopefully I'm just checking my other browser right now, but I'm pretty happy with what I see so far with Torpedo. Because of his loadout, he looks a little bit more, he looks a little bit sleeker, which I like. Like, he's not like a thick, you know, buff kind of dude, but I guess that makes sense for a scuba diver type of person. All right, so there's Torpedo for you. And yeah, if you want to go reversed alphabetical order, that would mean T. So what comes before T? Not R, but S. So that would mean that out of all of them, that would make Shipwreck the next one to open here. if that's the case. So unless there's any objections. And Shipwreck got a lot of love in the chat before we started, so I would guess that that's probably an okay one to open next. And on camera for the first time on Toy Connections, even though he's been here before, but usually with an avatar, is my good buddy, Gazz.
What's up, people?
Hey, good to see you. Good to hear from you. That's 2 days in a row you're streaming live on camera. That's freaking amazing.
Stop! You're gonna make this a habit.
No, but you know what though? You're like this like amazing like co-host type of person that we've got for our network of channels here. Like you're like the panelists we like and the panelists that we love having on.
You know what?
So
I love you guys, so that's why I come on.
Awesome. Well, much love for our buddy Gazz.
Let's see if I can do something about this glare right here. Hold on.
Oh, it's fine. Can everybody hear Gazz okay? Just making sure that that we don't run into a situation where our microphones are completely different volumes. But let me know. I can.
Balloon.
Oh, what? Oh, you've got this like disco ambiance going on there.
Hell yeah.
I love it. Is that new?
Yeah, I bought these like bulbs that kind of caught my eye, and apparently if I just tap the light, it does weird shit.
You didn't do that yesterday during the game session, did you?
I just figured it out.
Oh, that's awesome. That's amazing. Yeah, you know what? It's funny because when I was setting this up, I was thinking about sending you the link, and I was like, you know what? I haven't seen him online all day long on any of our chat groups. I'm like, I wonder if he just needs a day off. Then when I saw you in the chat, I'm like, I'm sending you the link, man.
I was actually just watching my local team, the Revolution, play right there. They're playing New York. So, man.
Well, you've got a few local teams.
Well, I only like soccer. Oh, football. TJ, sorry, it's football, soccer.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of like American football, baseball, or basketball, or hockey. I used to be a big hockey guy, but you know.
Now were you a big hockey guy when the Bruins won the Cup in 2011 or no?
Leading up to it, yeah.
Okay.
For a couple of years, I just jumped off. I just started like hockey, started to like it, and then they decided to walk out, and I was like, you know what? That's me walking out. See you guys later.
When you say walk out, you're talking about like the pseudo strike they had?
Yeah, they had a strike.
Yes.
Beforehand, there was a strike beforehand, and
yes.
then the players. I think it was like a year after they won the cup. The players,
yes.
all players decided to walk out, and then they had that half season and stuff. And I was like, I don't think so. EPL, yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, my issue is that the only thing I really have for local sports up here is hockey, right?
Oh.
And the one thing that I always hold against anybody from Boston, even though we didn't talk about it at all when I met you at Joe Fest, was the fact that the Bruins won the Cup in 2011, and the Canucks were the team that lost to them in the finals. So
it's funny because I mean I still like support teams, but I don't actually watch them. So you got to support your local teams, no matter where you are. Unless you're watching EPL, then you got to pick a team.
That's different though because that's like overseas, right? So that's kind of why. All right. So apparently you've got to take off. If you want to put this on, you got to take this off, and you got to throw this on.
Shipwreck. Look at Shipwreck and Torpedo.
You know, look at that slick haircut. You know.
Yeah, I like him with the hat though.
I do too. Come on, focus there.
Has he got chest hair? Does he have chest hair?
He has chest hair.
My God, what a stud.
Yeah, look at that hair. It's like a Hans Chow haircut.
It is kind of a Hans Chow. It's Hans Chow Sailor Man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Treasure Celtics are one of his favorite teams.
My brother loves the Celtics.
You know what? Like, I was into them around the Larry Bird era. You know, I think everybody was.
Bird, McHale, Ainge, Parrish, the
whole crew. Right. I'm not actually sure which way. I mean, this is what it looks like.
Man
United.
No.
And Impossible Pie.
I think I'm a Chelsea guy.
Despite the fact that Impossible Pie is from Ontario, he is a Bruins fan. So
let me enlarge this.
Trying to get this thing to freaking focus.
It looks good. It looks fine. All right,
fine.
There you go. Yeah, that's good. It's good.
Little bit more
the
focus
beard.
there.
The beard kind of looks like Keanu Reeves' beard, except it's brown. Right? Look at it. Kind of like goes
Yeah.
up on the side, kind of rough right here.
It kind of depends on which Keanu Reeves movie you're thinking of, though.
Well, I mean, his latest look.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. And the
Where's
box
Polly?
shows right here.
There.
Oh, you know what? My hand's blocking. I'm going the other way. Along came Polly. Polly wants a cracker.
Wow.
There you
That's
go.
a nice figure.
Does not look amazing?
No, what's that? Okay, so he's got a gun holster on his leg. What's that on his waist? Oh, he's got a Beretta.
He's got like a hook here. Well, that's interesting. So like he can hold one of his guns. He can holster one right over here, right? He can holster the other one, right?
Sorry, I thought we scored.
He can hold the hook can go right here, and he can hold his toupee in his hands like this.
His toupee. I like that. He's got a toupee.
He can hold his toupee in his hands like this. Sorry, my hand keeps blocking the screen, but
right.
that looks freaking awesome.
Looks
right?
good.
I might just. Honestly, I don't like keeping these somewhere else if I don't have to. So I might just hook it onto the rope in the back.
Well, if I had gotten one, I'd just tossed it out because I'm only gonna leave him with the hat on.
Yeah, but I mean, you'd have to put it into a baggie or something like that, right? And I don't like throwing just one accessory into a bag, right? So I don't know, like.
Or I would just toss them all into one big bag and have like a bag full of accessories that I'm never gonna open again.
I used to do that, but then when I wanted to get rid of stuff, I did not remember what went with what. And I knew everything was complete, and it was really hard to kind of piece everything together, right?
What's
like all my
tattoo?
Soda Toys Street Fighter.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm sorry, I mean, what's the tattoo? I saw the tattoo. Is it a sailor? Is it a hook? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a sailor tattoo.
That's neat. It looks good.
So, yeah. Were there issues with his face? I don't think so.
Doesn't look like it.
I think he looks good.
It's all right to me. I mean, the purists are gonna complain that he's not wearing bell bottoms.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I'm kidding. I joke. And that's nice. It looks good. I think he looks good.
Yeah, I think it looks great.
Right?
Wow, right. And my new favorite supporter of the channel outside of, well, I shouldn't play favorites here, but Red Foreman has sent a super chat again. You were so generous last week on super chats, Red Foreman. Yeah, always appreciate that. He says here, now they've done classic, they can do the longshoreman. Oh, shut up, Chris. He's been busting my balls since Joe Fest. And no, that is not. Yeah, and yes, there is another peg onto the rope as well, Lobo. In fact, it's right there. That's actually a great observation. Yeah, there is actually a peg right here on the rope as well. Yeah, so you can put them right there instead. So that works. Because a lot of times my figures are kind of like back to back on shelves and side to side. It's going to be hard to pose him with his arm out. Like I'm already complaining about Torpedo's flippers being in the way. And Red Foreman, thank you again for.
Why are Torpedo's flippers curled up? Is that because of the packaging? Because of the boxing?
No, they just are. It's literally molded that way.
Really? I wonder why.
Yeah, I mean they're rubbery. They're rubbery.
I guess you can probably just heat them up and straighten them out. Looks kind of weird.
Yeah, unless they're intended to be that way.
Torpedo looks great.
Oh gosh, they both look so good.
Man,
right?
I picked the wrong time to get out of classifieds.
Well, if that's the case, you also picked the wrong stream to come on.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I can live vicariously through you.
Yeah, and all right, Red Foreman, or the wetsuit version needs Stinky Driver, and the Cannuck. You're still one of my favorite people. I thought I was the best supporter of this cheap butt channel. Thank you very much. I'll take that as a compliment. Good. This is so lame. Where are the real action figures like Sailor Moon and My Little Pony? So over with the box of Strawberry Shortcake and Gem and the Holograms figures
real
that
action
I sent
figures?
your way. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, it's with the Strawberry Shortcake figures that I sent you in the in the mail. But thank you, Chris, for the super chat. Chris has an acquired sense of humor in person, but since we're yes, all right, we're gonna full screen you for like 3 seconds.
It's
Grimlock. It's Grimlock. It's Grimlock. It's Grimlock.
Okay, yeah. Take me off full screen.
Okay. And that's a good question. Sorry, thanks again for the super chat, Chris. Impossible Pie. Any way to store the flippers on his backpack? I have not tried. I mean, there are pegs on the sides of his backpack. So, I think there is, and you probably just solved my issue right there. Oh no, the pegs are a bit big. The peg holes are a little bit big though, so they won't hang. Anyway, I'll fiddle with it later, but there might be a way to actually do that. Thank you for actually suggesting that, because now I can at least think about it. So, yeah, awesome. I was joking, by the way, Chris, but I appreciate that again. Actually, I don't know if I should be calling you by your real name here, but you go by that on Facebook. So, yeah. Anyway, cool.
Cannuck is Chris.
Yeah, that's his real name. So, all right, that would bring rock and roll next. And one of the Emerald Knight Photos, another channel member here. Yeah, it's been a while since I've talked to you as well, John. So just trust I'm not ignoring you. But yeah, I do pay attention to your stuff on Instagram there. So Ratface did a great review of this rock and roll figure yesterday.
When are you gonna get a proper X-Acto knife?
That would have to come out of my toy budget, right? It's just like, why don't I have like a real camera and all that other stuff, and why don't I have real editing software and all that?
They're like 99 cents, man.
Are they?
Yeah, just go to a hobby shop.
That's all they are? Okay.
Yeah, it's just a little like pencil with an X-Acto knife on top of it.
I didn't realize that they were that cheap. Okay. So
I'm guessing they're 99 cents. I'm just assuming they are.
Yeah, which you make them about $15 Canadian,
right?
Unless
you get like the wicked high, quality ones that look like a buck knife. And you're like, ooh. Oh wait, you can't see it. Oh, there it is. Ooh.
There you go.
Maybe I'll just send you one.
Trade you for some more Black Major figures.
Look at that background. That looks neat.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Now this guy, I'll definitely have to store some stuff.
I love those bags. Those bags are cool.
Oh, I know.
I guess that was short-lived.
What was?
The lighting. Wait, hold on. Do it again.
Yeah. Right, Foreman, thank you again for the super chat. Rock and roll. That's a good question.
There you go.
You and your disco. I'm loving it. I'm loving what you're doing there, Gazz. Just loving what you're doing. Yeah.
Blue light.
So rock and roll, heavy metal. Where's country? There is cross country if they ever get around to making them.
Hey, Wild Bill's country.
Wild Bill can do country. There you go. Thank you once again for the super chat.
I'm sure there's a couple other Joes from the South that dig country.
Wild Bill would make sense.
To be from the South. I mean, they could be from anywhere that like country.
You know, I swear I'm one of the few people who was like, when Glenda came out, that was what confirmed getting the Dragonfly for me.
Yeah.
You remember when I was showing you the Glenda figure on my phone because I was thinking about buying it when we were sitting there at the burger place, and you're just like, ooh, I don't know, Ken, like, you sure this is worth it? And then all of a sudden, I know it's a lot for what you're getting. And then I was like, but I got to do it. I think I will. And, and then of course she gets confirmed for the HasLab, and I'm like, okay, I guess all is well that ends well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 60.
Wow. This guy's got a lot of accessories, right? Thanks again, Red Foreman. You'd imagine cross country would need heavy redesign. Are you thinking of version 2 cross country? Because that's the one, if anyone needs a heavy redesign.
All they really got to do is just not put on the Dixie flag, and it's good. Yeah,
the Confederate flag, right? Like, I don't think there's an issue on his version 1. Sorry, I was just plugging my phone in, and of course we went way out. We went way the hell out of focus when I did that, because it tried to focus on my arm. Stupid ass Logitech. Anyway, I'll leave it to try to refocus. But thank you again for the super chat. I mean, he just looks good with his helmet and everything. Because again, check out Ratface44's deep dive review on this if you get a chance. Screw you, camera.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Now, is that a white or is that kind of off-white?
It's an off-white. It's like a creamish color.
Right.
So, yeah.
I like those tattoos, man. Those tattoos
God,
look good.
So badass. Absolutely badass. Yeah. So are we gonna try to convince you to get back into classified and re-enable you, or are you done? Are you done?
I'm done. I actually considered like getting scrap iron.
You know, there's nothing wrong with getting the odd figure here and there if you can maintain control, right?
Yeah.
But
Well,
that
I mean,
control part is the hard part for me. So.
I packed away all my classifieds except for a handful. I'm like a handful.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
But,
Yeah, and I'm still trying to find the right time to get you and Hans and Jim Largo on a movie Tough Guys stream. Impossible Pie, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, they basically mixed version 1 and version 2 with the horns. There's the horn hand. Since you sent the super chat, I may as well show it to you. There's the horn hands right there.
That was really cool.
Right. So rock and roll, buddy. Rock and roll. Thank you once again. Red Foreman, thank you for the super chat again. Think Hasbro will do a green shirt without the tats. I think they'd be wise to, right? They'd be wise to do some army builders.
I think,
right?
Excuse me. Yeah. I mean, you could always just do a line of just original green shirts and do like they did for like the Walmart stuff and put them on like card back and OG stuff. But I mean,
do a multi-pack.
Yeah. I mean, like rock and roll is kind of what I was like. I'm hoping. Like I know there's a lot of nostalgic and we all want the classic looks, but like rock and roll is kind of like it's like a mix between like the later version, like with the '89 version, and then in the original green shirt. You know what I mean?
That's what I was telling what do you call it yesterday, Ratface yesterday, is he seems like he's mostly the '83 version with the helmet and the loadout and everything, but the shirt just gives it a little bit of that kick from that little bit of that personality of the 1989 version. I'm just gonna tab his remote right here. I want to say hello to Toy Sorceress as well. We were talking a bit last night. Allison has joined the chat, and Red Foreman.
Hello, Allison.
Yep, and once again, Red Foreman, just want to keep repeating the words. Thank you for the super chat. Seems to be the phrase I'm saying the most often on this particular stream. Yeah, I should just tell Red Foreman. I should just ask him when I should stream, and then he'll just let me know and just fire up super chats nonstop because might be able to pay for my toys with
What's on the end of his rifle or his light machine gun? What is that?
It's like a little green thing. Like it must be to plant yourself down.
Is that a silencer? Did they put a silencer on that? Or is it just a barrel?
Oh, I know what it is.
Is it a cover?
It's a piece of cardboard.
Oh, all right. I'm like, what's on the edge of that, and why is it shiny?
Oh goodness, I never would have noticed it. Sometimes I miss these kinds of details. Just a freaking random piece of cardboard. It's a little cardboard protector
to protect those the pods on the stands.
Yeah,
right?
That's amazing. Thank you for picking up on that.
That's cool.
Hilarious. I'm sitting there like, oh, I know what it is. Must be there for a reason. Must be right. And then you're just right? I don't think it is. So yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Right. Yeah.
Look at that.
Look at that.
What a cool looking figure.
Freaking Logitech. I'm gonna have to get like a better camera here. Screw you. Focus.
Pretty mean looking character. I like that beard.
He is.
His beard looks good.
He is. All right, Red Foreman. Duly noted. Thank you. You should just go back and add up how much you sent me, and it'd be like, did I just pay for rock and roll based on your super chats alone, and Impossible Pie and the Canucks super chats? I might have.
Then the next few. I mean, like Lole looks really good. I think I might get him.
Oh yeah, I like what you're suggesting there, because you're gonna end up just kind of like picking and choosing here, because I think one of the reasons you got out of it is you just didn't want to keep up. Right?
Well, it's not that. It's the space too. I mean, they take up a lot of space. It's not like my beloved, my little O-ring figures.
Yes.
But to each his own.
Right.
It's all good.
Anyway, let's just assume that looks good. All right. I keep fiddling like being a perfectionist with the stupid ass camera.
What are the tattoos designed? What kind of design? Are like random shapes, or they actually have some like, oh, it's a lady. Wow, that's pretty cool. Is that yeah. Oh, rock and roll.
Yeah.
And the holster looks good too.
Oh gosh, yeah. So he's the one that I did have to put some stuff into a baggie for.
It's got a lot of stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, if the camera won't focus on rock and roll, maybe it'll focus on Sarge. It's just that way.
Yeah, it is actually focusing on Sarge.
And it focuses right on Sarge. So
that is pretty badass.
Yeah, I think Sarge has a way into my channel. That
Sarge has a way in anybody's channel. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sorry, that what do you call it? That photo we took on the way out with the big group shot that you and I were both in was just like such a fantastic way to cap off Joe Fest on the Sunday there.
It was unexpected too. I didn't expect that was going to happen.
Pleasant surprise, right? So yeah, and 40 people watching. Let's hit that like button, people.
Yeah, maybe Ralph will make an appearance if you do.
He's literally right there.
Oh, there he is.
Look, can you see him?
Yeah, I can see him. He's laying there. He's like,
literally see Ralph right there.
He's napping. He's napping.
He's napping with his eyes open.
He's napping.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah. Wow. One of the best memories I had was meeting you in the lobby there at Joe Fest when you said, "Hey, I'm done. I'm off the shuttle. I'm waiting in the lobby," and Comstock and I just went up and gave you this big group hug.
Yeah, I remember that. So, that was awesome. The first people that I saw that I knew.
Yeah, absolutely. Just loving it. Yes, Red Foreman. Thank you once again. Sarge commands respect. Maggot. Can't say it right. Can't say it right.
I don't even try. I can't.
Yeah. All right. Thing about doing this live on camera is if there ever are any figure swaps, we'll see it live on camera. Oh man, it'd be terrible if there was a random figure swap. So Copperhead, thanks for being here, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me, buddy.
Yeah.
Now that is a good looking figure.
It is. A lot of people will say no water moccasin. I get it.
Yeah. But it's cool.
Oops.
What was that? His knife?
I guess it's a sheath for something. No, I think it's his weapon sheath. I think it's his gun sheath. I think it's for this.
Oh wow, he's got a what was that, a 6-shooter with a scope?
Yeah, or is it for the knife? I'm not actually sure anymore.
No, that looks like a gun holster.
No, it's too wide for the knife. Yeah.
Yeah, looks like a gun holster.
Yeah. All right, let's get this guy unboxed. So yeah. So it seems like you folks
what Ben's gonna be doing later.
Yep. Sounds like you folks had. Well, I saw most of it, but you had a good games night last night.
Oh, it was fun, man.
Can't seem to dethrone the champ.
No, even when he's sick, he's hard to beat.
Yeah. What I always say is load up the Transformers questions, and then I'll pop in and pretend to know everything. Okay, I guess that goes on his back. It's the only place it seems to fit it. Yeah. Right.
Wow, what a cool look at this guy.
And then you've got the sidearm, which goes on the left side, I guess. All right.
Cross draw, yeah.
No, you know what? That does not fit in there. It fits very awkwardly in there.
Is that a knife?
I guess it must be for his knife. And it is. Yeah, it's for his knife.
Oh, look at that. You should come with cards.
Right, and then this one is for his, for this. No, it's not. This one is for the sidearm.
What kind of pistol is that? Is that it's like a Luger.
Yeah.
You came with a Luger? Wow. Damn.
Yeah. All right. Red Foreman, thank you once again. Later Joes weren't my favorite, but I'm hungry for a deluxe ambush with a complete hide, tent, and ghillie suit. Wonder if he'll be a spotter for low light. Yeah, imagine that. That'd be something. That would be something. All right. All right. Oh, I see. This has the tab to close this up. Right. And I guess Oh, I see. And this one goes in here, and then you close that up. So you can either do that, or you could leave a weapon in this. Like this can go in there.
It's just funny they gave him that giant pistol.
Yeah, but he's got to have something in his hand. So let's just go ahead and put that in his hands right there. Come on. All right. The good thing is everything fits on him. Oh, that joint is tight. Right. So there's Copperhead right there.
Wow.
God.
The silver on his chest pops in his belt buckle.
Oh, it so does. It so does. I got to get the web gear right though, so that you can actually see the.
And he's got a tattoo as well.
He's got a tattoo as well, and it's on the inside of the arm.
Look at that.
Amazing,
That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. I already read that, right? Yeah, I did. Thanks once again, Red. Yeah. Thanks everybody for hopping in on short notice. Like I literally set this up about 35 minutes before I went live. So it's just been a really long time since I have had the chance to do one of these dual cam live streams. Like if I get one or two figures, I don't normally make a live stream out of it. But when there's this many, and I know that the G.I. Joe content has been getting a little bit heavier on this channel, so I do know that the G.I. Joe following is probably the most dedicated among the people that I have on this channel following. But yeah. Did you get all 5 Emerald Knight photos? I've been following you on Instagram, but I forget which ones you got and which ones you passed on. The knowing Johnny probably just got everything. So yeah. Yeah. Gazz, the HBO package on my just getting the HBO package has been insane. I gotta watch the Snyder Cut of Justice League. I've not seen the Snyder Cut.
I was gonna watch that in like segments, and I ended up watching the whole dang thing.
It was that good?
Yeah, I couldn't stop watching. I was like,
wow. Wow.
Bazooka.
Now is his supposed to be? There's a bit of separation in the 14. I have to position him in such a way that.
I think you have to like position him forward. I think he's got.
But then his neck is kind of like that. So I don't know. Maybe Emerald Knight or
Does the waist not move up a little bit?
Oh, it can. A little bit, yeah.
Anyway,
Red Foreman, if you need to get going, have a good one. I know, like you said, you get up at 3:30 in the morning, and if you're on the East Coast, then it's probably 8:30 almost your time now. Ratface, maybe you can tell me whether or not this is wrong.
Yeah, looks like you just pop the stomach up a little bit and then the chest forward a little bit. It's fine.
Yeah, but you got this thing. I guess it's okay. You're right. And yeah, so much more to go. So much more to go. And guys, I do want to thank you for your suggestions recently on TKO with keeping the format a little bit looser, because I had a lot of fun with Toy Sorceress and Mega J last week without being bogged down by my panel questions. One of the reasons I did the panel question thing was because when I first started TKO a year ago, I think I wasn't into a rhythm with my guests yet. But once I did, I realized the panel questions started to constrain rather than help the talk itself. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you can have them structured all the time, but sometimes you got to go kind of loose, Loosey-goosey.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Gaz knows when I need suggestions on my channel. I'm like, Gaz, what should I do? Does this work? Does this work? And he'll kind of tell it to me from an objective standpoint, just as a observer, viewer / very good friend, person who needs to move to Canada. So, yeah.
You want me to move to Canada? You got an extra room?
We got a guest room that's only in use part-time. So there you go. Does Bazooka have that crookedness to the bottom leg still? Tiger Force had that issue. I don't think so. I don't know. Should it? I'm not sure here. So,
is that that's on the Gung Ho book, right?
I don't think so. The Gung Ho buck is bigger, right? Like the Gung Ho buck is Sarge size, so I don't think it's on the Gung Ho book. So yeah. So there you've got it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's beefy, all right. Oh goodness.
I think they go nose down.
They go nose down?
Yeah.
The back. The
you don't
back,
want the warhead sticking out, man. You're not gonna grab
the
it. by that.
backpack shows nose up.
No,
Interestingly,
I would think they go nose in because I don't think you want the warhead, straight
I
forward or
mean,
something like that. Pop, there goes Bazooka. He's gone.
I mean they fit better. Like it's easier to get him into the backpack nose.
Mm.
Well, I guess it can go either way. I don't know. Ratface, nose up or nose down? You tell me, because the box telling me one thing and common sense telling me something else. So I don't know. The box shows nose up, which does not make any sense.
Mm.
So, oh well. Yeah, it's easier to get them in, like I said.
Look
Nose.
at that mustache.
Oh, yeah.
It's very Tom Selleck.
Yes, I was about to say Magnum PI. So, yeah.
Oh, look at that. A special one.
Yeah. And that's the one that's supposed to go inside his rocket if you put it in the rocket, but there's 4 slots on the backpack. So
I don't think the Tiger Force one has that one, does it?
I did not get the Tiger
No,
Force.
oh.
I haven't leaned into the sub teams yet. I think Glenda will unlock next week. I do think that she will make her way when we get to 16,000. Oh, Pericles is in the chat. Thank you. Nose down. Okay, so you were right.
See?
Even though the box says nose up. But you know what?
On the box.
But the thing is, right? The reason it makes more sense to go nose. Bye, Brandon. Nose down is because then you don't see the yellow nose. What's going on, man?
It just seems more logical.
Are there?
Yeah, on the mats.
Okay.
It's that little.
Okay. Sorry. He's just telling me that we might have an ant problem in the garage, and I'm not sure that we do, because we dealt with pesticides about 3 years ago on that, so I'm not sure if it's I have no idea where the remote is. Yeah, and then we got to get this into his hand somehow.
Oh, I was going to see if I can find my bazooka, but he's in this bin over here, and I don't want to dig through it.
When you say bin, are you talking about the Tiger Force one?
Yeah.
Or the
Bin
original
right
one?
down here. Oh, actually, you know what? Hold on a second. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Go ahead. Oh, and I just got. I'll wait a little bit. My other screen's still loading.
All right, I'm back.
Right.
Look,
Yeah.
it's nose down. Look, see the original right here.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. No, thank you for clarifying that. Yeah.
Look at that.
And,
look at that mustache. Look at that mustache. What?
Oh, looks so good. Looks so good. All right. Look at the mustache right here.
So it was funny, right? When I bought my vintage Mauler.
Yeah.
Heavy Metal had Bazooka's pants on. So when I went to buy a vintage, I was looking for a vintage one. I went to there was I don't know if they're still open. I don't know if they're still in business. Was it not Big Bad Toy Store, Big Bad Collectibles or something like that? It's a store out in New York, and you could piece together stuff. Like you just get random things, and I found Bazooka's head, his shirt, and his helmet and his weapons on there for like altogether like $10.
What?
Yeah. So I put together Bazooka for like $10.
So the O-ring, the O-ring style.
Yeah. I mean, the Mauler cost me $100, but it came with Heavy Metal, but he had Bazooka's pants, so I had to get Heavy Metal's pants.
Yeah, that's happened a few times where people may not know, because they get the stuff in lots and they don't check the waists. They don't check the, like I bought a Tiger Force Roadblock, a Tiger Force Lifeline one time, and then it came with Roadblock's pants. Right? And I'm like, what are you doing?
I like mismatching them to make like cool looking Joes, but
when you buy it, you're buying it for the complete thing, right?
Yeah.
So
I did that, and I also pieced together Footloose on their channel like completely, and I think it cost me like $15.
See, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Because Footloose, his accessories break so easily.
Yeah, his little M16. And
Yeah.
his Law.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna find a way to flip Shipwreck's toupee on, so I don't have to put it into a baggie. Just find a way to do it.
Just put it in with rock and roll stuff.
I can. I guess I could, and I just label it as both.
Yeah.
Anthony Romo, key customizer in our community, is here, and
Anthony?
I do also want to. I don't know if she's still in the chat, but I do want to give a shout out to Allison Troy because my phone pinged at me, and that's why I was waiting for it to load on my phone screen. She has just joined the Patreon in the Flag Deck crew tier. So
cool legends in the chat. Look at them all.
All these cool legends in the chat, and
Look at them all.
yeah. I'll take a moment now to now that Allison's reminded me by joining to thank everyone in the Patreon and the channel membership. Gazz is one of the channel members, so is Emerald Knight Photos, and there's there you are. Thank you, Allison. So thank you, folks. Channel memberships get you badges, emojis, and your name shows up like this in live streams and comments. Patreon gets you extra content, early access, camera roll previews, so on and so forth. So anyway. Appreciate that, Allison. I had a few dropouts last month, so getting one back is kind of.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. You're so sorry that you're still in.
No, I'm sorry they should have dropped out. They don't know why they're dropping out. Well, maybe you never know. They might.
Oh no! What happened was I had someone in the top tier who was one of my best friends and just said I haven't been watching social media a whole lot. Is it cool if I drop out? And I'm like, just if you need to drop out, drop out. We're still buds regardless, right?
Yeah.
And then another one was kind of a semi-random dropout, but it's still somebody who I know and still talk to. So I don't like to be like, hey, why'd you drop out? When I first started, in the first few months, if someone dropped out, I'd be like, did I do something wrong? Did you drop out for a reason? But as time went by, I'm like, you know what? It's a bit cheeky. Just let them come and go as they please. You know what I mean? If I happen to be on the phone with them, yeah, that's right. If I happen to be on the phone with them and I ask, that's different because you're not putting them on the spot on a text message. Because the tone is very different on the text message, right? People can do what they like. So, but anyway, yeah, this is the wave, and sticking to it.
Look at them.
I'm not sure whether Scrap Iron and Snow Job were considered part of the wave or not, but I ordered those from Hasbro Pulse. Because Snow Job
exclusives to Hasbro Pulse.
Snow Job was a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. I don't think Scrap Iron was. But the way it worked, because of the U.S. to Canadian exchange rate, for whatever reason, if I got him Scrap Iron from a Canadian shop, it was going to cost me more because they converted the exchange rate really poorly for that deluxe. Is it deluxe or is it the vehicle class? Because you know how these are like just basics.
I think they're deluxe.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one was the deluxe. Whether the deluxe one is the Snow Job one, which is a slightly bigger packaging, or the deluxe is the really big one.
I think Snow Job and Scrap Iron would be considered deluxe. Televiper with the flight pod, I think that's like small vehicle carrier. That's a little higher price, right? But
the machine unit, the droid missile carrier unit, seems to be the size of a small vehicle, right? Yeah, so that's why. So for whatever reason, the exchange rate worked out funny when I tried to buy it from a Canadian shop. I'm like that's not the right price. So then I just added it to my Hasbro Pulse order of Snow Job because I got to ship it anyway, right? It costs a certain amount to ship one figure, and then it's like $2 more for a second figure. So I'm like, why don't I just spread the shipping out? So that's why they're not being unboxed right here. So yeah, there it is. Michael Flores got it. Snow Job is a deluxe, and Scrap Iron is the pet wave one. So basically, like I guess that droid bot is considered the same as Snake Eyes having Timber or Crocmaster having Fiona.
It's pretty big.
Yeah. So, yeah. How's the resolution? Can we see it?
The resolution looks pretty good.
Is it okay? Good stuff. I don't always trust my my cam here.
Bazooka does have that like waist tilt if you look at him.
Yeah,
like
he does.
His waist is leaning to the right.
Yeah. But that's fixed. Just.
But then again, he's holding a bazooka.
So, okay, so I guess he's got to be tilted, but that's pretty cool. So, if I'm hearing you correctly, you're gonna do a few. You're gonna buy a few classifieds, but you're just gonna do it selectively.
It depends. I may look at low light and be like, no. Yeah, okay, no. Whatever mood I'm in, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I did get a Cobra eel.
From
From
Amazon. It's an Amazon exclusive, right?
Yeah, yes. And I went with .com, not .ca, because .ca has a higher chance of cancellation for me, at least I find. So, yeah. Well, that's the unboxing.
It's kind of weird that they made the eel an exclusive.
It's like Heavy Artillery Roadblock, right? It was an exclusive.
Yeah, but they already had like 2 versions of Roadblock out as well.
I know. I did get an extra Snow Serpent as well. Payne's got 5. I got 2.
At least it's not a Hydro Viper. That's all I'm gonna say. Not a Hydro Viper, so we're all good, right?
Eel over Hydro Viper any day of the week, right, Gazz?
Every day of the week.
Every day of the week, and twice on Sunday. Yeah, twice on PKO day.
You can have your webbed hand in your Sea Ray. I'll just take an eel.
Yeah. Well, cool. Anyway, if anyone wants any more close-ups, you can either hold it up to the camera or you can check Ratface44's reviews. So, yeah.
Payne's
cool.
Saying
what a way.
5 Snow Serpents.
Yeah, that's right. And 5 eels. So.
That's a lot. I have 5 Vipers.
I've got 4 and the Viper Officer, but I might get rid of 2 of them.
I have 4 of the regular Vipers, and I have the why am I drawing a blank? The yellow one. The Snake Core. What is it? Why am I drawing a blank?
Python Patrol?
Yes, Python Patrol. Thank you.
Okay.
Why am I drawing a blank? What the? It's hot.
Yeah. Got the air conditioner blaring over there. So, yeah.
9 Vipers? What? That's a lot of Vipers.
It is. It is.
That's a Viper fan right there. # Team Viper.
To me, that's actually my favorite army builder. Right.
He is.
You know, I understand why bats are more popular to some people, but I absolutely love the Viper. There you go. Let's have a look at that bad boy right there.
Viper. Hey, how you guys doing? It's Team Viper.
Team Viper with his awesome scarf and everything.
You seen the gun? Look at the gun. Woo.
Yep.
There you go.
Is that the 3-pack one, or is that the exclusive one?
No, this is just the standard Viper. I colored his goggles.
I know, but weren't they Walmart or Target exclusives when they first came out?
I think
Cobra Island.
I think they were Cobra Island. Yeah.
Yeah.
I paid a little bit too much for 1 or 2 of them, maybe.
I did the same thing. I paid too much, and then they came out in the 3-pack anyway. So the G.I. Joe Classified panel is at 1 p.m. on Saturday for San Diego Comic-Con. Oh,
I wonder what they're gonna.
I don't
know if I'm gonna be able to make the stream tomorrow. I just found out I'm going to see Mission Impossible tomorrow. Early showing.
That's fine. That's fine, right? Yeah.
You can always that meme with the little kid that's looking excited. That's me right now.
Woo! That's you right now. Because new Mission Impossible movie's coming out. Yeah. You're talking about TKO tomorrow, right?
Yeah. I might not.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Sorry, buddy.
Right. Nah, you know what? I never expect my friends to watch 90-minute live streams.
I'm letting you down, though.
You know what? You go enjoy your day, right? I mean, look. What if the topic had been something that you had no interest in whatsoever, right? So, you know.
I'm gonna support you anyway, buddy.
Okay, fair enough. So I'll just do I should wait till the day I know you can't make it, and I'll just do like a Kelvin and Hobbes topic.
Oh, that would be evil, man. That's evil. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Wait a second.
Yeah. Here to wipe your windows. Well said.
Look at this, my friend. Look at this. Ready? It's just Duke, right? It's Duke, right?
I know where you're going with this. Yep.
But if you add in a tiger, It's now 5 off. What?
Yes, it's totally
Yeah.
Calvin and Hobbes. I think you sent this photo to us yesterday.
I did, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mind blown.
Mind blown. Yeah. Anyway, everybody. Gaz, do you have anything else to add? I wanted to keep this relatively as a short-ish live stream, but if you got anything to add, go for it.
Those are some great looking figures right there. Some great looking figures. I don't think there's a weak one of the bunch. Really. Even Bazooka being like, just a repaint, but that's okay. They should have came out with that one first. But it's cool because the other one was just an exclusive anyway, right? The Target exclusive. So that's a great looking group of guys. It's hard to say which one would be my favorite. I'm thinking like my eyes are being drawn toward Copperhead.
Yeah. He just pops color wise.
Yeah, I think the black like web gear and then the slight like neon green. It just looks good.
The one thing that I'll say about because a lot of people have a complaint that why don't they give us the version we like? Why do they give us the sub-team version first? And you just reminded me of something when you said that. Is I kind of expect it because they're gonna send you the Tiger Force or the Python Patrol one first, and then come back and give you the regular release, the mainline release.
I mean,
for business reasons.
It is. I mean, they got, obviously it's not like the old days with Toys R Us, where they just toss it all at Toys R Us and they have them all out in the aisleways. But it's like Target and Walmart now want their specific figures so they can sell them, have these exclusive figures. So they're going to toss those at them first. So that's how they're going to do it, right?
There's that, and there's also the fact that, like, as a Transformers fan, I'm used to having it happen. Because what they'll always do every single time, and I've said this a few times before, is they'll give you Starscream in like a battle damage color or something, or they'll give it to you in like an off color. Then they'll give you the Toon Accurate one, and everyone will go buy that. Then they'll give you the Coronation one with the movie cape and the crown when he got blasted by Galvatron. They'll always do that.
You know which one I'm looking forward to?
Which one?
It's the Bag of Dust.
Bag of Dust. HasLab stretch goal. That should have been a stretch goal on the Unicron.
Right? Just a pile of dust with a crown on it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow for the TKO live stream, which is at 9:45 a.m. Pacific or 12:45 p.m. Eastern time. As long as you're not watching the Mission Impossible movie, I imagine a lot of you will make it. So, Gaz, let's give the crowd a nice little yo-jo, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Yo, Joe.
Take care.
Bye, guys.